Hello and welcome to the channel. We've got a bit of a problem here. Problem being that hello and welcome to the channel. Is this going to be enough to get this thing going? Not sure actually. Oh, aye. I think that's going to go well. It's going to go good. Well, that's I think I'm pretty sure that's going to go quite well. Hello and welcome to the channel. It's a bit of a late firelighting session. The reason is that the reason being, oh, I just knock everything over. Why don't you? What's happened is it's all set to go into Edinburgh, and I thought, oh, I better check the weather forecast. 77% chance of rain at 8 o'clock. 77% chance of rain. I mean, that's quite a lot, isn't it? So, that's too much. So, we believe buying a home doesn't need to be scary. If you're a first-time buyer looking to remortgage or are thinking of moving home, our team of trusted advisors are here to hold your hand through the mortgage processes. It's just too much. We're here when you need us, whether it's evenings or weekends. At your place or ours, we're here for you. Start your mortgage journey today. Pop in and see us at our offices in Deerham or give us a call. Salas Mortgage Solutions, making mortgages manageable. Aye. So, hello and welcome. This is the firelighting session. It is 3 minutes to 1, Saturday. 21st of December. Oh my god, this isn't a very good firelighting session. What's happening? Visit RagingBullSnacks.com and enjoy 10% off your first order. Raging Bull Snacks, made without compromise. Oh my god, this is a disaster. This isn't working. What's happening? Very warm welcome to Friday Night Live with me, Darren Grimes. We're going to start with some breaking news from Germany. Our very own Mark White can join me now to bring us up to date with what's happened. Thanks, Darren. Yes, good evening. Emergency services in Germany are responding to a major incident in the city of Magdeburg, which is in northeastern Germany. It's about 100 miles from Berlin. You're looking there at very dramatic pictures now coming out of the city of Magdeburg as emergency services converge on that scene to deal with the injured. This vehicle careered into a Christmas market. Now we're hearing at this early stage of potentially up to 60, potentially even 80 people that have been injured. There is video that we have seen that shows the vehicle. It's just too graphic for us to show it to you, but we've
looked at that material, and it's very clear to us that that vehicle is driving at speed into this crowd who were gathered in the central area of Magdeburg for this Christmas market, and continues on at speed with people flying, sadly, in all directions. And that would certainly be borne out by these reports that we're getting through now, 60 up to 80 potentially.
Is it going to go this time?
As I say, you're
Is it
looking
going?
at the very latest images.
So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm sort of deliberating over the weather, and it's just, I think I'm going to abandon the idea, because even if it doesn't rain that much, we've got 50 miles an hour winds, we've got a yellow weather warning.
Converging on the scene. Now, as in terms of any potential cause or motivation for what has unfolded here, we're not getting that from the authorities.
You know, I'm just not very keen on going.
Wouldn't expect them to. We're very early on in what is an unfolding and very significant situation.
I think we'll leave it. We'll just try and.
Magdeburg, but of course,
The thing is, it does look like the weather's going to clear up. About, it depends really how you take the forecast. It's like, I mean, the wind is not going to clear up, you know. So
familiar with acts of terrorism in recent years.
you know, things are going to get broken, blown away and stuff.
Knife attacks which resulted in multiple casualties. Now, we don't have any information to say one way or the other what the motivation is, but it will be uppermost in the minds of those German investigators.
Just not very sure about it.
Exactly what happened in this city centre, as many people, families will have been out at this Christmas market, a huge and popular tradition in Germany at this time of year.
Question I have for you, how does this compare to what took place in 2016 with the Berlin Trump attack? And black dots like this...
There was a horrible thing happened in France, wasn't there?
Quite recently,
They just sort of like lie about these things.
just how
Because it's people from,
Christmas markets in
well, I'm not even going to say it.
expect this to be.
Well, sadly,
I'm not even going to say it, I'm not.
as far as
I'm getting called a racist.
remember, of course, France was probably the epicenter for so many of these terrorist attacks over recent years, but it switched in a way. The focus is on Germany, and part of that has been linked to the policy of the previous Chancellor, Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel, yeah.
1.2 million Syrian refugees into the country, and so many of the attacks that we've seen in recent months and years have been linked back to the conflict in Syria, the conflicts in the Middle East, and in particular some of those Syrian and other asylum seekers.
Oh, it's going now. Can you see it going now? It's going now.
Christmas market.
Definitely going now.
Attack that took place in 2016.
I haven't had it on because
in Berlin.
I was heading off.
That was
I didn't bother lighting it.
lorry that was hijacked by an asylum seeker who then ploughed into the
We're sort of
market.
generally just having it on at night now anyway.
During 56 others, and that
But the thing is, if I don't put it on, the gas, well, the central heating works more,
of supporting
which means obviously
against
it's cheaper for me to put. Well, is it?
has to be said,
It's probably cheaper for me to have the fire on.
almost a decade on, Darren,
So central heating heats the whole house, where the fire doesn't.
made of Islamic
Although
State
it gets that
origin.
hot in here that you're sitting here sweating.
Our head of domestic counter-terrorism, the domestic
Okay, that's really going now, isn't it? Eh?
Service
Oh,
MI5,
aye.
Ken McCallum, spoke just a couple of months ago about the real concern that security services here in the UK and in
Oh,
the
aye. Now that's going.
and a resurgent ISIS and a resurgent Al Qaeda as well. They've been gaining strength not just in the Middle East but in other parts of the world where they've been displaced, of course, by a lot of what happened in Syria and Iraq. But they are gaining strength again. And just to note as well, it's worthy of note, is news that came out from CENTCOM, the Central Command Centre in Washington. Washington, the US military confirming that they killed yesterday in a missile strike the ISIS leader in Syria. And of course, as I say, you know, that terrorist organization in Syria still there, still has the potential, if not to carry out direct attacks in the West, then certainly to influence those extremists all across Europe that might be willing to go out and commit the most unspeakable atrocities in the name of this terrorist group.
Mark, last question there on this. How worried ought we be here in the United Kingdom about this kind of attack?
Well, you know, certainly aware and cautious about what you see, and just the authorities will tell you always just to be alert and not alarmed. But there is no doubt that the terror threat itself is increasing. It's still substantial, which is the median point for the terror threat level in the UK, but that could change anytime really, depending on the threat assessment.
Yeah, so we've got a fire lighting session. We got a bit of a slow fire here. It's taking a little bit of time to get itself kicking its butt. It is going. Yeah. So we've got a load of timber out the back, which we got stacked up. Oh, look at that. Look at that baby. Burn, baby, burn.
This terrible event that is taking place in the German city of Magdeburg, but uppermost, of course, in the thoughts of the investigators as they go forward, will be the real serious potential for this being yet another terrorist attack in Germany.
Indeed, especially given, as you described there at the start, Mark, that horrendous video that, of course, we are choosing not to show. It's just horrific. It you know, it doesn't bear thinking about. It really doesn't. Mark White, thank you very much for giving us that update about Magdeburg in Germany. Right, I'm joined this evening by the political commentator Chloe Dobbs, the broadcaster and former BBC radio presenter Liz Kershaw, and the writer and
So, yeah, we're getting things are starting to look up. You know, I've started to kind of. Sometimes you've got to not give a fuck, eh? You can get a bit worked up about things. It doesn't really help, does it? No.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, not just terrorist attacks, but just the safety of our streets in general. Crime is up on the rise. Poor policing and national security together are making, you know, what we thought was a safe country here in Britain and countries across Europe. It's now becoming scarier to walk down the street at night. Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to change the way that you're living your life. You know, the chances of you dying in a terrorist attack are very, very low, but I think people are going to be much, much more on edge. And I think that we've definitely...
It's kind of struggling a bit, and it's like burning away on the right.
National security risk. I think we might have some wake-up calls after this, and if we do sadly see other attacks happening.
I mean, Lewis, it's worth reiterating that we don't know the specifics.
I think, yeah, what I'll do with the fire is just have it on every night.
No more specifics other than seeing video content.
It's amazing. See, I had it on Thursday night. I put it on, and I didn't bother. I was out Friday I was outside most of the day, and I went to have a look at the fire about 3 o'clock or something to set it, clean it out a bit, and the embers were still in. Technically, I could have got the fire going. You know, if I put the tissues and paper on the embers and then some kindling on the top, I could have had it going again. That was for Thursday evening.
Sort of terrifying. I've got young kids. I don't know whether I would actually take them to a Christmas market or any big events at the moment because I don't know, I just don't want to take those risks, and then maybe they do miss out on things like, you know, the fun of a Christmas market, but I don't know, you just don't go places where you don't feel safe. And I know that in this country there's been this big backlash at the moment. I see on social media why we got bollards up around Christmas markets, and people are liking that, but then you see things like this, and whatever it does turn out to be, but, you know, at least they keep us safe.
No, they're a necessity. Liz, I mean, to what extent do you believe that the public across Europe have just become totally desensitised to
Well,
these
they're
things?
definitely not desensitised. That's why there's an election in Germany in the new year, because of
Desensitised.
the surging of the parties that represent the people.
Do you know I'm feeling hungry right now, but it's 1:10. It's not a good idea being hungry just now.
Of a totally different demographic, predominantly male, of a certain age, young, unaccompanied by women and children, and it's led to a rise in attacks on women and general attacks.
I also enjoy lighting the fire, look at that. But I'm going to have to try and procure some better kindling.
Anti-immigration, and that brought down the government.
Yeah.
It was too weak. Couldn't get the legislation through. Hence the election's been called. This is.
So I'm going to go to sleep in a minute. I'm going to have to.
Tonight in Germany.
I think I'm going to sleep here next to the fire. That'd be nice. I think that'll be really cool. It is a nice thing to do actually sometimes.
That's what it looks like. But that's aside, put tonight aside, we are in the middle of a culture and religion.
You've got to look in the bright side of life sometimes, you know. Very fortunate for what I've got. I was going to say I've got my health, but I've got high blood pressure. Aye, yeah, apart from that. Yeah, so apart from that little minor detail. Oh look, it's spreading over, it's spreading. 17 minutes. So we're going to have to get... I think it's with these night briquettes. They're not exactly...
Manchester and Birmingham, people were shocked when this happened, and the guys with machine guns went.
Remember them from back in the day, do you?
No, can I just say, Darren, I've been to France recently, and there are people watch this show in France, so our thoughts with that, we should be all together in this because we're all being attacked for the same reason. In France,
The
I was told
night briquettes,
where it is now, when you're sitting at a cafe on the pavement,
I think they...
guys in combat uniforms walking around with automatic weapons. And, you know, the street market I went to, I thought I'll pick a nice quiet place, so I'll go to a major city. For these very reasons, it's in your mind. And then you see policemen walking around in packs of 4 all day long in broad daylight. It really brings it home to you.
Yeah, it really does. Liz, thank you very much for that, and to the panel there. Right, coming up, my friends, Tony Blair says teachers should be allowed to fine parents over people's bad behaviour. Do you agree with that? That's coming up after this.
Hi there, I'm Michelle Cuban. I'm going to take a second to tell you all about my show, Tuesday Code. We start off with the issues of the day. We then bring in both sides of the arguments. We get rid of the disrespect. And then we throw me into the mix. So trust me, I'll tell it exactly how it is. And then, of course, the magic ingredient, you at home. We mix it all together, and what we got, in my opinion, the best debate show in town. Monday to Friday, 6 till 7 on GBU, Britain's news channel.
Good Afternoon Britain isn't just about us. The wonderful thing about this programme is it's about everyone watching. It's an interactive programme.
Well, there absolutely is something to see here. We're going to be talking about it more. Whether it's breaking royal news, well, please bring us up to date. Or indeed, particularly punchy speech in the House of Commons.
Very, very curious.
So we bring it to you live, and then we bring you live reaction as well.
That's Good Afternoon Britain, weekdays from midday.
Only on GB News, the people's channel, Britain's news channel.
Right, is it going yet? Well, I would say it is. That's bloody going, isn't it? I would say that's going. Look at it.
There's nothing a element of truth to that.
Join me from 3 p.m. every weekend, only on GB News, Britain's news channel.
It's Patrick
Look at that.
It's controversial. The Middle East has been in turmoil since before I was born. It's everything you need to kickstart your evening. Of course, at the Weetabix tonight. I love to see it. That's Patrick Christie's tonight, weeknights from 9 p.m.
Look at that.
The People's Channel, Britain's newest channel.
That is a proper fire, isn't it? Wow, that really is looking good. Yeah. It really is looking good. Very pleased with that one. That's a nice little fire.
If you want your news to be straight talking, this is the nightmare for Conservatives again. Down to earth. It's not just Nottingham where this is happening, is it? And most importantly, honest. Hard-working, middle-class taxpayers. They're the big fun of it. They get me, Martin Daubney, Monday to
Yep, they do.
6 p.m. on GB News. Britain's news show.
You know, it's just like, what's the point of being, well, I'm hard working, but that's a bit of size of it. What's the point of being a mug? You know? I mean, look at it. Look, this was supposed to be a fair country, right? And it isn't. It isn't a fair country. It's not. It's fucking unfair. Look what they're doing to the motorists. Their little plan. Klaus Schwab. To get us off the roads. Stop us from driving.
Back to Friday Night Live with me, Darren Grimes. Now, Sue Green, the
Oh, this is
singer
bullshit.
who
What about the bloody... Aye, people got a bit fed up with it. When that arsehole tried to get cows, stop cows from farting. Bill Gates. Well, arsehole that guy is.
Chloe Dobbs,
Well, what's the point of being a millionaire, billionaire? So what? I mean, I've got enough money to have my dinner and stuff and buy a car and stuff and do things like that. Go on holiday if I wanted to.
Well, she had a pretty nice
What's the point of being like? What's the point of being like rich like him and yet everybody hates him? You know, it's like, or does he care? Does he realise that people hate him? It's hard to say really, but it's hard to say.
Even shorter than Liz Truss probably. I don't think that you should be rewarded for that with a peerage, and you know, Keir Starmer has shown himself to be a huge hypocrite day after day after day since he came in office.
Keir
He's
Starmer
someone who
is
says,
fucking arsehole. Yes.
also very senior in the
It's like
civil
they're
service
all
for many
they are
years.
all
yeah, I
assholes.
mean, she did
But
do
he
a
takes
lot
the
of work in the
biscuit.
civil service, so that is probably
Being
one of the
supreme
primary reasons
arsehole.
why she's being put in there. But I do think it's pretty hypocritical, Keir Starmer being someone who says he's going to abolish the House of Lords. As soon as, I mean, how many times has he mentioned that since he's been elected? I haven't heard him say it once. He completely forgot about it since he came in, and now he is taking advantage of the system to put all his mates up there, just as he probably accused the Tories for doing previously.
I mean, Lewis, Chloe raises a good point there, that if you voted for the Labour Party, you don't know, there might be people who did vote.
Right, so that's it. Is that the fire lighting session over? I think it might be.
Cronyism of the Conservatives
Oh yes.
actually lambasted at the time.
So
Well, I mean, Labour's list of broken promises, I mean, they're too long to read off at this point. But you are right, a lot of people may have voted about that. I would certainly support the Labour Party in that. With the House of Lords, there's no need for it.
there you go. So you got night briquettes.
I do actually think having two
And,
chambers, one to hold the vote to account, actually does work.
Well, that's basically all it is now. So briquettes.
Paid what they're paid.
Um,
I do actually think that, you know,
so I'll probably put put one of these logs on it later.
we get to elect, you know, MPs that are in for 5 years if they're lucky. No, if
What you're looking for is nice big cracks.
we should all
Like that one there, look.
I would say, you know, narrow it down
Look at that.
to 60, put it all to the public, let us all vote, and then that's it. And then one in, one out. So as one retires, then
Yeah.
we'll vote another one in. But that's it. I don't. because
Right, that's it. It's going. Thanks for watching.
problem in this country
Please like, share and subscribe. So it takes 24 minutes, half an hour to get this fire going. You know, so if I should shut the door yet. So that's really the size of it. And seeing in another 10 minutes, it'll be like lovely heart. So it probably takes about an hour to get it properly hot.
no working class people have that luxury of just failing upwards, just being bad at your job.
And it is worth making the point here that the chamber, the House of Lords,
So thanks for watching. Bye.
First is China, you know, the Chinese Communist Party. Not exactly someone that we ought to be taking notes from. It has become a bit of a total farce, hasn't it?
As somebody who